Hey guys, I was in Exodus chapter 12, verse 42. Actually, I'm going to read a couple of verses here, 40 through 42. The Israelites had lived in Egypt 430 years. At the end of the 430 years, to the very day, God's entire army left Egypt. God kept watch all night, watching over the Israelites as he brought them out of Egypt. Because God kept watch, all Israel for all generations will honor God by keeping watch at night, a watch night. I thought about, when I first read that, I was thinking about, the Passover, and thinking about the fact that they were keeping the Passover and remembering what God had done for them in Egypt and delivering them. And then I got to thinking, well, how do we kind of, decide to handle that as Christians? What is it about this particular story that can be worked in for us as Christians? Well, it's fairly easy. In fact, not only easy, but extremely easy. That is, we ought to revere special days for our Lord. And when I say that, Sundays ought to be special. Sundays ought to be special. We do things on Wednesdays too. We have youth, we have Bible studies, we have all those. All those should be special also. But just setting aside a day and saying, you know what, no matter what, this is going to be dedicated to my Lord. Certainly the Sabbath was made for man and not for God. It was made for our rest, and God gave it to us as a gift. But to revere it and say, listen, just as the Israelites said, God gave us a gift in getting us out of Egypt, and then saving our lives as he was rendering this punishment on Egypt. They were celebrating it. We ought to celebrate, and we ought to revere a day, just like we ought to revere many days, just like the Jews do. We ought to revere the Sundays and our time of worship. We ought to revere every day we get a chance to serve Him, but certainly a specific day of the week where we just get together and we gather. We're not going to forsake the assembly of one another. We're not going to act like it doesn't matter, because it does matter. That's when we're praising the most, and that's when we're excited the most, and that's when we're encouraged the most and built the most, sometimes challenged the most, or even admonished the most. But here's the thing, folks. That is a special day we've set aside, just like the Jews did here with Passover. We should do it with every day we have an opportunity to meet together to worship the Lord. So that's how we learn from stuff that's happened in the Old Testament. That's how we put that into our lives, and we dedicate ourselves and we dedicate special days to the Lord. So this Sunday, wherever you may be, whoever's watching this, go to your church and celebrate that. First, we have the freedom to celebrate on a day like that. Secondly, that God has delivered us, just like He did deliver the Egyptians. He's delivered us from the bondage of sin if you're born again. And also to have a special, special day where you can love on Him and you can love on the people of God. Man, that is a good thing. Folks, I love you guys. Make Sundays special. See ya. Bye-bye.